Very good morning.
My name is Janita Pinto and this is our group of Wipro.
Okay.
And we are here to interview your views about how you used to celebrate the festivals during your childhood. So I'll be asking you some questions. Please let us know about more about this. Can you tell me about the festival celebration during your childhood, like the most significant festival celebration?
Okay, during my childhood, the festival was most eco-friendly. With a lot of things were naturally involved in the celebration of the festival. And specifically, the Ganesh idol is concerned. The Ganesh idol was specifically of the particular, the clay which is used. Now, most of the idols are plaster of Paris, which is very harmful for the environment. So that made a very big difference.
How did your family and community prepare for these festivals? Were they coming together?
Yes, definitely. In fact, there are still some houses wherein almost more than 200 to 300 family members, they come together just for the celebration of the Ganesh Chaturthi. So this is the occasion wherein all the family members, wherever they are spread all over the world, they come together and share their thoughts and views.
So what were the specific rituals or traditions that were followed during these festivals? Like what you remember?
Okay, basically during my childhood, the Aarti used to start somewhere around 4 o'clock in the evening and it used to continue through the whole night, and the next morning by around 7:30, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock it used to conclude. So every house from the particular ward was visited, and every house minimum one or two abhangas, at the same time the Aartis were performed, and everyone was literally involved in that particular festival, but that is not seen somewhere today.
So what were the specific foods or dishes that were prepared for this festival?
In Goa, basically, we call it in Konkani Nevri. So that Nevri or in Marathi we call it the Karanji, which is very, very famous as far as the Ganesh festival is concerned. The girl who is married, there is some sort of the tradition that from the maternal house, they call it the Oje Dita. So lot of nevrios and other things, they pack it together and give it to that particular child who has got married to the other house as a gift to her.
And were all these things prepared in a more eco-friendly way?
Yes, definitely. It was more eco-friendly. Definitely. It was
And
more
how was the food served? Like were they served in plastic plates or?
No, they were using the banana leaves.
And were all these drinks and aerated drinks were served during this festival?
Not at all, not at all. It was just plain water. You can say at the most they could give some sort of the sarbat. Okay, and most of the dishes were very, very, you can say, ethnic.
So this showed that they used to minimize the waste during those days.
Yes. Since they were using the banana leaf itself has got a lot of traditional values, because when we serve something hot on that particular banana leaf, it catches some sort of the elements from the banana leaf, which is very good for the health. But now we use a plastic. The moment you put something on the plastic, it gets melted over there, and all the plastic elements, they are mixed with the food, which is harmful for our health.
And what kind of decoration was done? Were any, like recently they use all these plastic flowers. Were those kind of flowers used before, or was it all natural?
The plastic thing has come in last about 10-15 years, or maybe more than that, maybe 20 years or so. But otherwise earlier they used to use all natural things. In our nature is full of variety of the flowers and the different type of leaves and all. So they used to decorate with all these things, and it was more natural way and not at all the way they're going on right now with the thermocol, and thermocol is very harmful for the overall environment. It doesn't get dissolved into the soil, so it just remains there, so which is harmful for the overall environment.
Do you know anybody who celebrates this festival in a more eco-friendly way? Like these days the eco-friendly ideals of the Ganesh Chaturthi?
Yes. I know that there are many organizations, or there are some persons who make the whole idol of the cow dung itself. Yeah, there are some people like that, which is very, very eco-friendly. The moment it gets dissolved, it can be a sort of a fertilizer for the plant itself. At the same time, the clay, when they prepare the particular idol of the clay gets dissolved very easily. But it is not the case with the plaster of Paris. The plaster of Paris, which is very I should say heartening to see the Ganesh idols which are immersed after 1.5 day or maybe after 5 days and all. They're just floating in the water in a very, very, very apathetic way. So that should not happen, I feel. And earlier it was not the case. It was totally with the clay or maybe a powder, and it was very eco-friendly.
So from your opinion, has this change benefited us? Like the change in these festivals, the using of all this plastic of Paris and all those ideas?
man has become day by day very lazy and he wants everything ready-made. That's the reason we are moving more to the plastic, because plastic, the moment you go to the shop, ask for some drones or the plates, it is easily available. But as far as the leaves are concerned, you have to go in some area, maybe in the jungle somewhere, and then cut it and get it and then prepare it. But this is very, very harmful for all of us, and basically it is not at all helping the humankind. It is dumping a lot of waste, and that waste where to or how to recycle is a big question. And it is very sad story that after the festival, specifically even for the crackers, you can say it is creating a lot of pollution. Okay, as far as the Shivakasi is, which is very famous for manufacturing the crackers, they are using a child labor, which is very incorrect. Okay, so child labor is involved. At the same time, whatever the chemical they use, which is very harmful, and most of them they get a throat cancers. That's another thing. At the same time, when we use a cracker, rather we burst the cracker. At that time, the pollution is not only of the air pollution but also of the sound pollution. Some of the houses, they may have some patient who have heart problems. So when they crack the bomb over there, it can have the very worst effect on that particular patient. So I think such type of things we should avoid.
So before they used to not use crackers.
No.
They used to minimize.
They were using it, but not to the extent what the presently we are using it. It was some very limited manner, maybe some very few. But now there is a competition. Even I know one person who is a friend of mine. I was very shocked to know that he purchases almost the crackers of worth rupees 50,000, and that means he's just burning his money. No, the crackers, but the moment you use it, it is over, finish. That means the amount, the same amount he could have utilized for some helping the poor child or maybe the orphanage or maybe the old age home, it would have been really worth. That's what I feel.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
My name is Janeza Pinto and this is my Wipro team, and we are here to ask you some questions regarding the most significant festivals which is celebrated nowadays. Can you tell me something about a festival celebration during these days?
Nowadays, yeah, Ganesh Chaturthi is coming, and that is one of the most like famous festival that we know, and we are all excited for the same.
What were the most significant festivals celebrated during your childhood?
The same, like,
the same.
yeah, Ganesh Chaturthi. My answer is the same.
Now, how did your family or community celebrate these festivals during these days? Were they celebrating this festival together nowadays, or
This celebrate brings many people together. Like for example, there are I have my different uncles who Ganesh Chaturthi during the Ganesh Chaturthi, all the uncles staying at the different places come at home and celebrate it together. But the things are not the same as it were before many years. There are some uncles who have the separate idols now, like they do not come together at the main home. They are celebrating it their flats or like that, but it is not same as earlier, I guess.
so somewhere the unity has been scattered?
Yes, the unity is not same as it was before, I can say, because there are people who are.
So you feel as a result of this scattering, more you can say financial money as well as waste is being produced.
Yes,
Because before they used to
Yeah.
just celebrate once.
it is affecting the environment basically.
What are the specific rituals or tradition that are followed in this festival? The most significant ones you can tell.
Rituals, like in the morning we get the idol. After that puja is being done, and after that there are some people who come to visit. Okay, and on the other day, if the Ganesh is for 1.5 day, there will be Uttar puja on the other day in the evening, and then there will be Visarjan which will take place.
So what are the specific dishes that you all prepare during this?
We call paturi, we prepared, then newri, then different types of laddus, we can say besan laddu, rava laddus. Okay, but it is not again the same as how we used to do it earlier. Many people used to come, many neighbors used to come earlier together to prepare those sweets. But now we mostly get it from outside because it can save our time in the busy schedule. Yeah.
So like before they used to prepare it in those leaves and all. Nowadays it has just changed to plastic and all this modern.
That's what. Yeah. and there's again no that much of unity how it was before.
So how is the food served nowadays? Is it served in plastic plates or the traditional banana leaves plate?
Some, like I can, nowadays most of the people get the plates ready made, but those are not the banana leaves. We can patravali we'll call them. We get them ready made, but those are not eco friendly. Usually in the earlier days we used to mostly do it in banana plates, but now it has been reduced. We do not have we do not use that much of banana plates how we used to use in the earlier times. That's what I feel.
And the drinks, what about the drinks? Then nowadays, are the aerated drinks used? Because before they used to just give water and all, but nowadays they use all these aerated drinks.
Yes, water. No one prefers water. Have water when they come to visit. Yeah, especially at my place, they ask for. They don't ask. We give them. We serve them.
Aerated
Yeah.
drinks. What kind of decoration is done? Like decoration in the sense, are fresh flowers used or is it been substituted to plastic?
Most of the places I can see that it is substituted by plastic. Many people are making use of thermocols to do the particular decorations. Whereas in the earlier days it was not the same. They used to try their best. Like all the cousins used to come together, work together, and try to use those eco-friendly products to decorate their home. But now most of the people, because they have to save the time, they try to get it ready-made flowers, ready-made other decorations. Like there are many places we can find the ready-made decorations, so they get it and do it and decorate.
Do you know anybody who celebrates the festival or event in a more eco-friendly way?
Yes, I can see it mostly in the rural areas, wherein there are many people who come together and they do it. Like I have one friend who last year did it with their coconut shells, so that is eco-friendly.
Yes.
I have even other friend that I visited did it with banana leaves, so again that is eco-friendly. But that can be seen mostly in the rural areas, not in the city area where I live.
So from your opinion, is this change, whatever is brought during this present years, has benefited us in some ways or is it just a boon?
Benefited meaning obviously people are saving time. Maybe they are earning more by keeping the Ganesha for 1.5 day or something like that. But it has not benefited the people, the families, because there is no unity. There is not that much of unity. Again, it is harming the environment because we are not using that much of eco-friendly products. So, conclusion is that it has not benefited that much. Like it is obviously affecting many things, basically the unity and the environment.
And what about the crackers? Like nowadays,
Crackers, yeah. Again, crackers, it causes pollution as we all know. But we always spread the awareness, saying that we should not like crackers and all. But we all end up, you will see even the same people who spread the awareness end up using the crackers, and it again harms the environment indirectly. So unity and environment is affected.